31-24. Congratulate Harris Ford as supporting Glacier Peak Sports and also our broadcast here tonight on SDSPN. Also, hey, John McLean, if your kids are hanging out during the holiday break,
I don't allow that.
There is no better thing to do than sign them up right now for the Grizzly Holiday Hoop Camp 2012. Do not be caught hibernating. Thursday, December 20th and Friday, December 21st, boys and girls.
Kick them out of the house, get them out in the gym.
Get them going. And you can go to glacierpeakbasketball.com or on the girls' side, grizzlyhoops.com. Sign them up right now. Camp cost is $40, which is a bargain.
Burn off some of that holiday ham.
Before we start, which we're going to start real quick here, Big Key statistically 0 for 4 from three-point land for Glacier Peak, whereas they were 40% for Jackson.
Yeah, Glacier Peak doing a good job of spreading the scoring around, just not spreading enough of it.
As we're back in play here, down low to Jason Todd.
Rams on Todd.
And there's Wilgress.
Wilgress bricks it.
Vader with a good rebound. Other thing is turnovers. 8 Glacier Peak turnovers, only 3 for Jackson.
Ooh,
Vader gets called for the charge.
He had Peterson low on the weak side. He should have got rid of that ball earlier and given it up. So he just held on to it too long, looking for somebody to pass to.
He's so powerful. He's so quick. It's just he's got to take control, right?
Yeah. He's got to make a decision just a little bit earlier. His feet are maybe a little faster in his mind.
Cleaning up some hardwood there. The other thing is Jackson 40% from inside the arc. Again, 40% from outside. We saw Kingma, Jason Todd, and then Blake hit some big threes.
Yeah, just about all that team can shoot, and they shoot well. They look good, too, when they shoot. I mean, they got excellent form. They're shooting at the right time. I mean, just pray they don't get too hot, right? At least GP should be praying they don't get too hot because they could light it up on you. Shooters like that get on a roll and they just make you pay.
Well, a big test tonight. This is a serious 4A team that should go deep. 2 years in a row have been to the Tacoma Dome, and they probably could be there again.
Well, they could be there again this year, and they'll definitely be there again next year, right?
All these kids, juniors, only 2 seniors on the roster. Jason Todd, the junior.
And their JV team looked good, too.
Breaks down Poorman and takes him to the hole.
Poorman's got to move those feet sideways, right? Got to get in his way.
11 points for Jason Todd. He's the leading scorer right now for Jackson. Vader to Rosales. Rams.
Oh, you had him back door, Drew.
Peterson now back out to Vader. Spins in the lane. No good off the front rim. Rebound Kingma.
It's a good-looking shot, though.
Wilgress.
It's one of those times Vader just has to finish.
That's there from near the top of the key. Air ball, but a great rebound by Graff. And that's Graff, and he'll get hit by Vader. Vader, that's a second quick foul here in the second half.
Fouls on number 5, Drew Vader.
Yeah, Vader's got to slow things up. You can't be making fouls that you're not going to get anything out of. You want to save those and use them when they're appropriate, right?
And Coach Hunter's got to get him out. Chelsvik now at the scorer's table, ready to go in. Kyle Graff, the senior, with his first points tonight.
That means the only real ball handler out there now is Poorman. I mean, of course, Trey Chambers and Ty Chelsvik and Rams are all good. It's just the primary one's going to be Mitch.
He hits that one.
Drains them both.
So 35-24 now. The lead stretching a little bit for Jackson here in the opening minutes of the second half. Poorman driving in. Rebound Peterson back up once, twice. He gets hacked.
This is what, oh wait, not shooting, no, okay, he's shooting.
Brian Zaire, his second foul for number 12.
So this is probably where, Zach, I hope that he's improved from last year, because he's going to get fouled a lot down low. And he can score a lot of points from the free throw line.
That
one
falls.
Stuff like that to roll in.
Peterson now with 8 points. second free throw of the night.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
Peterson again averaging 21 plus last year. Hits that one. Leading all Glacier Peak scorers with 9. Here comes the Timberwolves. Zaire now top of the key. And he's going to say that Mr. Graff stepped out of bounds. Only the 4th turnover tonight for Jackson.
Yeah, that means they're spreading the defense good.
Portman will take control of the ball handling up front.
Jackson, a good athletic team, so they're sticking with man, it looks like, all night long, right?
Tried to go deep to Peterson, recovers, back out to Portman.
They feel they match up well in every position, and they do.
Portman now trying to get Peterson on the lob. And like a good football receiver, Peterson goes up and gets it. And it's off Jackson.
You got to have both halves of the pass, right? You got to have the pass and the reception. The reception is just as important as the pass.
5:51 in the 3rd quarter. Portman inside, baby hook, no good. Rare miss for Peterson. Graff on the rebound, goes low into Wilgress. Gets it back to Kingma. Another 3 off the mark, but they're going to get Portman for over the back.
On the arm.
On the arm, excuse me. There is no over the back, right, Johnny?
That is correct. You are correct, sir.
Portman is 2nd foul, 3rd foul in the 2nd half here for Glacier Peak. It is loud and proud here in the cave.
Mitch with the kick, nice soccer move.
Jackson ball.
And you see Dan Kingma, like his brother, he's kind of just quiet, smooth, got a great release.
Yeah, but he's quick.
Very quick. So is his brother playing now at Washington State.
I wouldn't be wanting to chase him around. I'd just foul him. That's all I could do.
Wilgress trying to get it in. Goes deep. Almost Shelsvik thinks about it, but Graff recovers. Gets low into Zaire. Top of the key. They're going to get Rosales for a push. 3rd foul on Rams.
That's unfortunate. I mean, Rams was nice and tight on him. When he swung that ball across, he had to actually back up to get out of the way, not get hit. So.
Jason Todd now under the basket. Good pass into Wilgress.
Yeah.
And Ramsey Rosales gets his 4th foul.
He had Rams on his heels, and he swung that ball across, jumped up. Ramsey's got his hands straight up, but still.
Not good for Glacier Peak. Ramsey's shooting well tonight.
Yeah, well, he's going to be watching well from the bench here in a little bit.
Vader now heading over to the scorer's table as Wilgress sets up for the free throw. 6'5" junior Connor Wilgress. Got 4 points. Misses that one.
Didn't have the legs for that one.
Vader coming in, got to be careful, not too bad, just with 2 fouls.
Yeah, he's just got to settle down and take care of the ball.
What's Glacier Peak got to do to get back in this ballgame? Not that they're out, they're down by 10, but they can't get it too much.
I mean, it's not out of control. They're not letting Jackson score a ton of points on them, right? It's 36. That's not a big deal. They just got to score themselves. Jackson's just doing a great job of keeping GP from putting up some points.
Peterson relatively quiet. Now they get it down, but they're going to call Brian Zaire on the arm. And that's Zaire's 3rd foul.
I mean, they basically shut the Peterson floodgates off, right?
Peterson only with 9 points. They got him on the right side, low block. He missed the little jump hook, which is rare for him. Gets it into Shelsvik, and he makes him pay.
Nice. I mean, Ty, that was just what he was doing the other night against Snohomish, right?
First,
and you wouldn't think with his size that he'd be able to do that, but turnover on Jackson is just what GP needs. They need to get a couple easy buckets.
5th turnover for Jackson. Kyle Graff, his 1st tonight. 8 turnovers in the game for Glacier Peak. That was one of the issues in the 1st half as Drew Vader brings it down.
So with Vader back in, that switches Portman to the off guard.
Vader going to go up high off the back cylinder.
Off balance, not a really good shot.
Oh, Todd now in trouble. And they're going to call him for traveling.
Ooh, I don't know. I think we got to end a team.
Steve Johnson not happy on the Jackson sideline.
Yeah, and he's pretty much justified with that one, I think. There was a foul in there somewhere.
Only 3 turnovers in the first half and 3 quick ones here. 4:37 left in the third. As you see, not in your screen.
So, hey, Zach shooting free throws.
Peterson, the best free throw shooter Glacier Peak had last year and probably this year without Austin Kaiser in the lineup.
Well, no, last year it was Davilar.
Okay.
He was shooting from the easy chair, remember?
Peterson gets that one to go.
Yeah, Zach's got the hot hand right now.
So the technical, he misses that one, but he's doing well from the line. 4 for 5, I have him.
Yep.
And Glacier Peak gets the ball.
Yes. Now they just have to capitalize. Now it's 29-36, right? 7-point ball game. It's just that quick. The problem is Jackson could hit a couple threes and boom, they're up by another 6 points again. Glacier Peak hasn't hardly even had any looks from three-point land. Not any good ones.
Vader having trouble getting the ball in, goes backdoor to Shelsvik, but it's picked off by Todd.
Oh, that was a carry.
Fans don't like that.
Oh.
Probably turn that ball
Fans
over.
are irate.
Inside to Todd. Now he finds
Blake.
No good. Off Peterson. Gonna be Jackson ball.
Zach tried to catch that with his elbows instead of his hands. I think he expected it to hit the rim.
Marcus Blake with a three-pointer in the first half. Doesn't get that one. Now to Wildress. Back into Todd. Facing up against Peterson. Now takes him inside. Fade away. Off the front.
Dice.
No good.
Rebounded by Vader.
Drew Vader bringing it down. 36-29. 4:04 in the third.
Coach Hunter telling him exactly what he wants.
Chelsvik out top. Swings it to Trey Chambers. Inside to Peterson, not getting the baby hook to go. Gets another try. No good. Uncharacteristic for Peterson. Kingman now. Has to get rid of it before he travels. Now back over to Graff.
Yeah, Zach's got to not let himself get rattled. He's just got to settle down and play basketball. He'll start hitting those.
Kingman now drives in.
And
Foul. And count it.
And one.
12 points for Dan Kingma, the junior.
When he finally went to the hole, he was going in slow motion. Looked like an instant replay.
First time at the free throw line for Kingma tonight. But it's what you talked about.
It's the inside-out game, right? It goes inside, it comes back out, goes to the bucket. Nobody stops him. Brooks checking in.
Number 23, Mitch Porman.
Mitch Porman taking it out.
Yeah.
Kingma hits the free throw. Now he's got 13. So they had a little momentum, did the Grizzlies. Now Jackson came back.
Stops just like that.
They're going to get Marcus Blake for a push.
And Todd is just doing a tremendous job with Peterson on the block. He is getting around him and getting a hand on that ball. I mean, they're trying to force the ball inside to him, and it's just not there. He's just got such good foot speed. You know, he's got the speed of a guard and the size of a small forward, right? Really, at 6'5", if he goes anywhere, he's going to be playing guard.
And now Blake D'ing up Porman one-on-one, and he takes him to the hole and draws the foul.
It's funny, at 6'5", if he goes to the next level, he's going to be the short guy.
Yeah.
But he can make that transition.
He can. Now to Chelsvik. They get it inbound deep in the corner. D'd up by Wilgris. And I think the referees are going to play this a little closer. They don't want to get it out of hand.
Yeah, they're calling it pretty tight. And that'll rein the play in a little bit. Slow down the scoring. 29-39, 10-point ball game.
16 fouls apiece now for both teams. Wilgris is second.
A little over 3 minutes left in the quarter.
32 left on the shot clock. Porman now loses the handle. Blake on him.
It's okay if you lose it and it goes away from the defense.
Bobby Brooks in there, goes low, tries to get to Chelsvik. They're going to get
Fouled.
Wilgrist with his third foul over. Too close on Chelsvik.
He was reaching around on that one. Ty had good position. Ty has really good body position for both blocking out and posting up.
6'2" junior, 0 for 2, and he misses that. He was 2 for 2 against Snohomish. You can't find the hole on the free throws. Graff now, and Steve Johnson for Jackson wants a timeout.
Timeout for the Timberwolves.
Again, want to remind everybody to check out the Grizzly Holiday Hoop Camp 2012. Sign up right now, glacierpeakbasketball.com or grizzlyhoops.com. It's December 20th and the 21st, boys and girls. A great deal at $. You're going to get some great instruction and get these kids off the couch over the holidays, John.
Yeah, work off some of those holiday cookies, you know. Otherwise, they're just going to sit around and plump up. This will give them something to do. They'll get to see their friends outside of a school setting, which is where they typically see them, and they'll get some exercise.
Well, Glacier Peak kind of creeps in. They get the lead around, cut down to about 6, 7, 8, and then Jackson stretches it back to 10.
You know, we just saw this game. The JV game was the same thing. They got up by about 15 points. GP would close it again, and then they'd spring out. It's like an inchworm. Just couldn't catch him. Well, they could catch him, but then they just couldn't keep up. It's hard to sustain that when you get down by 10 points, right? You got to work real hard to catch up, and then you slow down a little bit. They go ahead on you again.
Well, fouls could be a factor for Jackson. They're sitting at 17 fouls right now. Some quick fouls by Wilgrist and Marcus Blake. As you see Kingma bring it in. Now Blake with the ball.
GP is not far behind at 6, though, so there goes Trey.
Trey Chambers trying to go all the way.
Oh, Zach
Peterson there for the rebound.
Well done by Trey.
He gets the steal, and then he tries, and Peterson there for the putback. 12
you notice
for
how
Peterson.
fast Jackson got back, though, on defense? He was barely able to get down and get a shot off. Peterson rebound.
Front of the rim. They're going to call him for a travel. He took steps before he had control. Bobby Brooks.
Jackson basketball.
9th turnover for Glacier Peak.
That's unfortunate. Brooks is a good player. He did a good job of catching the ball, which is one thing a lot of the receivers and stuff don't do sometimes. You'd rather see him catch it and maintain possession and screw up their footwork a little bit.
Chelsvik now on Blake. Back out half. Now Jason Todd tried a 3. Short, takes it to the hole. Off the rim. Wilgrist with the rebound. Takes it high. Peterson rejects him. And Chelsvik's there.
Chelsvik's always there.
Mitch Porman now working on Graff.
Setting things up. What does he want?
Minute 42nd, 7 left in the third. Peterson no good.
Chelsvik with the rebound.
Oh! Off the backboard, no good. Peterson there for the garbage.
And
he's hacked by Graff.
Boys, we just have to finish. Just put the ball in the hole.
Offensive rebounding.
Coach is going to give Ty a little talking to. I'm telling you, I like that Chelsvik kid.
Ty Chelsvik hitting a big gash in his head Tuesday night, but he comes back and he's playing strong.
You know, and he received that gash from a buddy of his on the Snohomish team. That's what he said.
That's right. Bobby Brooks with 1 point gets that free throw. 39-32 now.
Brooks at the charity stripe. Interesting sock choice by Bobby tonight.
We like to monitor the fashion statements. A high arc misses that one. Out of bounds, and they're going to say Jackson ball.
32-39, Scott.
Zaire takes the court. Graff sits down. We also have 35 Holden Roberts, another big kid, 6'5" junior in for Jackson. Jason Todd over to Zaire. Kingma now, quick feet. Parman sticks in the foot.
You can see, I told you the kid's annoying. Right?
Spider-Man gets his web in there and kicks it out of bounds.
He doesn't stop. And you can see there's just sweat dripping off his chin and nose. I mean, he gives you everything he's got.
Kingma now with 13 points tonight. Todd with 12. Zaire spins to the basket. No good. Bobby Brooks, a good rebound. They're going to get Brian Zaire for the foul.
Way to go, Bobby. Now all we got to do is get him to squeeze that rock and not give it up.
That is the 4th foul for Brian Zaire.
Brooks going to the line.
Oh, no, they're going to say that's on Todd. They're not going to give that to Zaire.
How many's Todd have?
Todd, that is his first foul, second foul. But puts Jackson 9 as Bobby Brooks hits that one.
If Brooks would just come in and get fouled on rebounds right now and put down the free throws, we could win this ball game.
The junior played JV last year, getting some good minutes. High arc, and he hits that one.
I like that arc. That's a good-looking shot.
39-34 now. 1 minute, 4 seconds left go in the third quarter. They're not going to call over and back.
No, it was
down to Holton now. Holden Roberts. Back to Todd, out to Kingma. Marcus Blake.
Going to burn some clock here.
Tipped out of bounds by Peterson. 14 left on the shot clock.
46 left in the quarter.
Timberwolves. Jason Todd, always the inbound man. Gets it out to Blake. Now he hands it off to the Chief, Kingma. Kingma, now to drive on Portman, gets him up in the air, steps, drops, up to Mark Peterson with a big rebound. 34 seconds left. Bobby Brooks down underneath. Portman taken to the rack, no good.
He should have passed that ball.
Brooks was wide open.
Yeah, all you do is throw it up to the rim. Brooks probably would have gone up and got that sucker.
20 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock's off. Kingma gonna slow it down.
I mean, Brooks' arms are 5 foot long.
Foreman just didn't look, took it to the hole, no good. No foul, tried to draw the foul. Kingma for 3.
No dice. Peterson with the rebound. Up to
2 seconds left, tries to go off to Chelsvik, but it's off Todd's head.
That was a good look.
Fast and furious third quarter, 39-34.
5-point ball game. We knew it was going to be good.
Wow, what a night.
Getting our money's worth tonight.
We'll be back with more in the fourth quarter right